Hello, friends, and welcome back to Drone Machine. This is Brother Poe. Today, we are going to use the world around us as the ambience to get us to the point where we can fully immerse ourselves in the background droning sound that is being provided by my symbiotic brother, bound at the wrist. Now please, if you're going to be listening to this, this is not a guided meditation to sleep. This is not a guided meditation to get you to the next state of consciousness. This episode is going to be primarily using my voice and the ideas to allow you to think about the day that you're about to embark on in a completely different manner. Ideally, this would be the type of conversation or listening experience for a Monday morning, if you work a regular work schedule. Ideally, this would be the perfect type of reflection before you begin your week. This would be the kind of thing to use as you're either about to get on your train, in your car, or on some sort of transportation that's going to get you to work. Because we have to remember that we all have to work. And that first Monday, maybe it's a Tuesday or a Wednesday, some day of the week, is always stressful. Even as we approach the end of the week, that stress level either completely builds to an unmanageable state where we can do nothing but look forward to the time when we're not selling our time to somebody else. So as always, get yourself to a position, whether you're moving, standing, relaxing, sitting, however it is you're going to consume the next 30 minutes, get yourself to that state. Get yourself to the point where you can just listen and think and use these ideas to better yourself and the world around you. Alright, let's begin. Drone Machine. Let's take a moment to just feel the ambience first. If you're lucky enough to be wearing headphones or a pair of earpods, feel the background sound. If you have the ability to do noise cancellation on however it is you're listening to this, do so now. Let the exterior sounds fade away. If you don't have the ability to do that, use all of the outside noise mixed with the current beat and the current deep, droning, rhythmic sound that is in the background to guide your subconscious mind to a state where you can think about these topics and think about what it is we are about to embark upon. These ideas, these thoughts, this different way of observing the day and the time. So as we begin our week, as we begin our travels to the place that helps us provide livelihood, not only for ourselves but for our families in those rare situations, then let's take a moment to think about what it is we have to look forward to and what it is we don't look forward to. Many of us, as we begin our work week, we do not relish in the fact that we have to face the same challenges and ideas that we did the week before. A lot of us are faced with having to complete what people would call projects or responsibilities that seem to never be completed, that seem to never have an end in sight. And that's okay. The only place in life where we can see a definite end is within the last moments that we breathe. And remember, it's that idea and that concept that makes life so valuable and so enriching, to know that we have such a limited amount of time to appreciate the world around us. So, as we start our day, as we move closer and closer to getting to that place, let's not dread what we are about to do, but let's embrace it. Let's think it through while we have time. And I know that most people would say that that's not very healthy to think about work, to think about relationships and interactions before we get there. I am going to disagree with that. I think the more time we have to prepare ourselves for something that we find unfavorable to our lives and our existence, the better suited we'll be to face it. The more in tune we are with what we don't like, the better it is when we are faced with the things that we find complete joy in, to spend that time enjoying that time, that event, that person. So, here we are. Let's take a minute to imagine how we would like to see our day unfold. Let's take a moment to look at everything as if it was a puzzle. How do we put that first interaction? Is it that person who comes to us? Is it that person who approaches us as we enter the building, get on the road, wherever it is, however that first interaction, are we going to let that, whether it's positive or negative, dictate on how we're going to move through the rest of our day? I would say no. Don't let somebody control your space, your mind, or your ability. Don't give them that power. Remember, your emotions and your reactions to things are yours and yours alone. And if you allow somebody to control them and dictate them back to you, you are doing yourself and everybody else an injustice. You are not allowing yourself the symmetry needed in order to be yourself. So, feel the beat, feel the background sound. Okay, now, here's the moment where we think about everything that was just said, and I want you to imagine that first interaction. I want you to imagine those around you, and I want you to now let them in. Sure, hear the world around you. If you can, pull out one of your ear pods, pull your headphone back from over your ear and let that world, let that sound, let it come into your world. Let yourself hear that space. Okay, now breathe. Whether you're driving, sitting on a train, just breathe. In and out. You choose the rhythm and you choose the pace of which you want to breathe. There's no reason for me to control your breath. There's no reason for me to set that standard. Alright, now let's put our ear pod or our headphone back on our ears. Let's let the sound that are in the background of this recording, let's let them come into us. Let's focus in on them. Now, let that sound fill your subconscious so that you can start to think about what it is that's going to make the rest of your day special and happy. Let's think about how you're going to see, how you're going to react, and when your time finally belongs to you at the end of the day, how is it that you're going to utilize that time to make yourself feel whether it's better, more important, or just feel loved? Alright, now let's just listen for the remainder of this time. Just listen. You can focus on the screen if you have that ability to, or you can just put whatever it is in your pocket and just listen and watch the world around you. Listen and breathe. Listen and breathe. Listen. Listen.